Greetings, boils and feral ghouls, and happy Halloween! Hope that didn't scare you too much. Just having a little fun. After all, it is Halloween, the spooky time. Alright. So, we are picking up where we left off, where the skies get dark every time we try to build. And, yeah, one of you had suggested a possible fix for my issues with the skies and the storms and whatnot. So, the possible fix was messing with, like, the time scale, etc. with the cheat terminal. So we're going to go check out a few things here. I have played around with the time, and I'm going to show you exactly what I have going on here in a second. We're going to go into Game Alterations and World and Time Scale. And as you can see, I already have it set to 1 real minute equals 10 minutes, which is right there. I suppose I can slow it down a little bit more. One of the reasons why I'm constantly getting into, like, night times, because every time I start a new video, I'm leaving off where I left off from the previous one, and it's usually not morning. So I forget to reset it every time, and then we get to the afternoon. So, yeah, we're going to fix a few things right here. We're going to change the time just to make sure that we actually do start at 9. And so, even with doing that, with slowing down the time, these storms just still keep coming. And Workshop Plus also does have a feature that I can completely freeze time when I'm building, but it makes my character move super slow. And so I'm actually going to demonstrate that for you folks right now. Actually, let's... I messed that up. But it's fine. So, we're going to go to the Mod Config menu, come down to Workshop Plus, down to our Options, and somewhere in here, let's see, Invulnerability, Invisible, I already have all those on. The Clear Weather thing. So we're going to turn that off for now. Free build, freeze time, there we go. So I'm going to freeze time when I go into build mode. And you're going to see everything literally just freeze where it is. And you hear the crickets, they slow down, but look at my movement. Like, I'm very rubber bandy. Like, I just let off the thing there and I continue to move. And everything gets really kind of weird. And I don't really fully trust this to not screw up the game when I go to build stuff. I mean, I've never really played around with it once I discovered that, like, I had this, like, whole weird movement rubber band thing kind of going on. So, we're going to exit out. We're going to clear the weather. We're going to give it a shot. And hopefully my game will not crash here. So, for now, I'm going to make some clear weather. It is 9 a.m. We are going to freeze time. I feel like the Flash entering the Speed Force. Yeah! I am that kind of a nerd that I know that kind of stuff. Okay, so another suggestion that was made was for this guy here, and we are actually going to implement that along with a bunch of other things. So I had worked, this thing is still broken. The only way to fix this is to actually put in a whole new elevator. So for now, it's just going to kind of stay. But as I was going to say, because of what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to build like a little bit of a small town down here as well, and put down, actually maybe I won't even do that. I was going to say I'm putting down platforms and walkways through the whole thing, but I think I'm just going to leave it on the ground, and we're just going to stick houses in here as they go. So, enough talking for that kind of thing. Let's kind of jump into some building here, because you're probably all screaming at me, what are you doing? We're here to watch you build, and you're just talking. So we're going to build an outhouse. That was the idea of somebody. Yeah, you know who you are, and I know who you are. I'm just terrible with names. See, like, I wanted to stop to grab that fish and get rid of it, but it had mucked things up. So this is going to be quite the experience. I was going to say maybe we can use these as our floors down here, but, you know, when you go dropping a log, you know what I mean. You don't want to be seeing it floating around in the water here. Yeah, and the movement is really really wonky in this, so I'm gonna see, like, I'm trying to move my character, but the piece here is moving before I'm even moving, which I suppose is supposed to be a good thing? I don't know. Again, it's not something I've ever really mucked around with, so... yeah, I'm gonna leave that for now, until I finally figure out where I'm putting my little outhouse here. But the general idea is we're going to put an outhouse in this location, and we're going to hide the hatch inside the outhouse. Kind of got a whole, like, I don't know, Schindler's List, Nazi-type hiding space thing going on here. Except this one, instead of hiding in a bunch of poop, you're actually going to be getting access to the underground cave. Throw that bad boy in there. We're going to grab our hatch. We're going to see if this will fit the way we want it to. Oh, okay. So, yes and no. I was hoping it would fit on top of there, but it's just way too big. So, oops. Did I? Oh, whew, scrap the hatch. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. So we're just going to throw this guy right here, and maybe we'll make it appear as though this thing's like really nasty, so nobody's going to want to come in here. Of course, we need a door. Snap? No, door doesn't snap. There it is. Just the wrong direction. Flop. Alright, then you can come in here, and then you go on there, and there you go. We got an outhouse. Alright. And I don't think we need all of the walkway here. I'll have to decide on that one. So, yeah, it's going to take a little getting used to trying to do the whole freeze time thing. I've, again, tried it in the past, and it just seemed really weird, especially with the way things move on you. Yeah. Alright. Oh, huge announcement! Coming next month, my third, possibly final book is being released. You heard that correct. Third book. I have released 2 books in the past. One is kind of an autobiography about something that, oddly enough, I don't really talk about unless you know me, is that I had cancer years ago, and obviously I survived because I'm here making videos for you awesome folks. But yeah, at the time, I wrote a book because I went through a lot. And so that was my first ever book. It was kind of a self-help thing for not just me, but for anybody who is in need of that kind of stuff, and tells my whole story. And there we go. Now we can drop that down. We're gonna have to put some steps up here. So anyway, it tells the whole story of what I went through, because it wasn't just fighting cancer. I went through a lot of stuff. So that was my first book. My second book is a children's book, which everybody always looks at me funny because I don't have kids, and I'm honestly like not really crazy about kids, but I wrote a children's book. And when they ask why I did it, I said, I don't know, something I wanted to try. The truth is, I actually saw a movie, oh god, eons ago, about this dude. It was really, really weird movie, about this guy who was a children's book author, and something really weird happened to him, and I don't know, he like ended up in like some alternate world or universe or some, I don't even remember. It was so strange, but at the time it just kind of like piqued my interest, and I was like, you know what, I've written my other book, and I've never done anything quite as fun as that before, but it seemed very interesting, so I did. So I wrote it. Let's turn that off before I run into troubles there. Alright. So yeah, so that was my second book, a children's book called Princess Kelly Meets Charlie the Horse. The first book is called The Crappiest Year Ever. Because I had colon cancer, so a little fun there. And this new one, here's a cover, a picture of the cover, I should say. This is the final iteration of it. I did like probably about 100 of these ideas floating around trying to figure out the best looking design, and this is what I came up with. So this one is called Where Is My Mind? It's a little nod to one of my favorite bands of all time, the Pixies, and one of my favorite songs of all time by them. And yeah, so actually I want to go into CBC. Do I want a living tree or a dead tree? Let's do another dead tree. So we're going to go into CBC. So yeah, it's a collection of short stories. If you like the Twilight Zone, you're gonna like that. It's got a little science fiction, some fantasy, so to speak, and some horror, a little bit of everything. So, yeah, I think there's really one horror story in it, and then it's not, oops, I don't want that button, I want that button. Nothing all too scary. That one is actually very heavily inspired by the song Hotel California. That's about all I'll tell you there. Actually, no, sorry, there is 2 horror stories, but I don't want to spoil anything. If you guys want to buy it, you can buy it. There's going to be a digital version as well as a paperback, and yeah, there we go. If you're interested in a autographed copy, I don't know how I'm going to work that out, because I would have to probably buy the book, sign it, and then send it to you, etc. And so, if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's probably going to cost a little more than just buying it. It's going to be available worldwide on Amazon. So, you know, if you're interested, there you go. Okay, we want some funky, nasty floors. We're going to come into here. Wood floors. Yeah. I like it. We're going to stick it right through that tree, just like that. We're going to build some sort of something on that. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, I want the half floors, because we're going to make this kind of an odd-shaped house. Why? Because we can. Yeah, that works. All right. And let's see, walls. Yeah, I guess I'll stick with some regular doorway type walls. Let's see. Obviously we gotta try and get over here if we can. This is gonna be hugely problematic, because it wants to stick only to the big guys there. So let's see if we can move that out. Hey, there we go. Lock it in while we can. Alright. We took 10 tries. Excellent. Okay. Half walls. Actually, you know what? We're going to go into a Woody's Wasteland. We're going to pop a window or something from here. Woody's Wasteland. There we go. We need walls. Let's see. If we put a window there, is it even going to look okay because of the tree being in the way? Let's see. Yes and no. Forget it. We're gonna leave it. I like... Whoa! Windows. So there's another weird thing that apparently happens. Is that things just kind of jump around on you. And let's see. You know what? We're gonna put the... Oh no. Not there. Not there. No. There we go. We're gonna put a windowed wall there, and we'll close this guy off. We use these because they're a little easier than the other guys from the regular wood sections, because they tend to not snap. So, alright. Actually, we're going to have this guy held up by 2 trees, I think. So, you know what? Before we go any further, nope. Go ahead and do a quick save. Give you guys a little sneaky peeky, too, at something I'm working on. There we go! Yeah, we got something going on there. So, that'll be coming sometime in the future. When? I don't know. When I'm done building it. So learn patience, grasshoppers. Alright. Wood walls. Yeah, regular wall. Yeah, there we go. I like that guy. That's pretty scrappy. And then that dude there. Nice. Very nice. Now, what do we want to do with the roof? I want to do something a little different. We got those corrugated metal roofs everywhere. Roofs is... You know what? Let's... Ooh, there we go. There's something a little different. Let's throw that guy in there. We're going to do a little hodgepodge of all kinds of different roofuses here. So we're going to go into... Oh, cheese and crackers. Where are we going to go? You know what? Actually, come back in here. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to use that because that's got that same top. So we're going to go into hodgepodge. And roofs. And let's see. No, let's go to tar paper. Yeah. Get a Good couple of sections of tar paper roof. There we go. Oh, and of course it's not going to lock in because it's like that. So, yeah, not quite what I want. There's small squares. We spare a square? 10 billion interwebs, if you know that reference there. Ooh, do we want to put a cupola here? Nah. Maybe we do got these little dudes. Maybe we'll just throw one on here. There we go. Why not? Alright, so we're going to have to, I think, replace one of these guys. Yeah. This is just not going to go into the direction I want it to. So we'll get this guy over here. Yeah, see, this is pretty difficult to try to do fine detail work like that. Because my guy wants to, like, move all over the place. Nice, that works perfectly. Alright, now we're going to need another tree. I'm going to save before we do that. So, yeah, we can overwrite that one there. And jump right back into it. Okay. It is really weird hearing all the crickets chirping suddenly, like, slow down. You know what? I think we're going to go for a live tree for this one. Do we have that in CVC? I think they're all dead. Because deadlands. Trees. We got clusters. Single big. Oh, that's a little different. Let's just plop that bad boy there for a moment. Okay. You know what? We can put it like right over here. That'd work. Get it down to the ground a little bit. Whoops. I don't want it to be too intrusive into the house. Maybe like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look from the inside and see. Oh, dude, that looks awesome. That looks perfect. That is spanky. Okay, let's see how we look from this angle. Nice. I will take it. All right. So now we got this space over here above the outie housey. And I don't want to really make everything branching off of the top there. I did kind of want to connect some things to the side here. So maybe we won't go directly above the outhouse. I want... Yeah, we're going to come into here. And we're going to use some of these barn floors. Yeah. There we go. Connect a little bit there. Maybe a little doer there. We're going to do that. We're going to flip that guy like that. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. And maybe we'll come back here. A couple of these little guys. Like that. Kind of copying the same design over and over again. Maybe I can do something a little different. Maybe this one's a bit bigger. And it's just got a little jut out in the back there. And then we can actually probably stick two trees there to help hold that guy up. Nice. So that's kind of the design I'm going for, is that since we're making all these tree houses and whatnot, is that these are all like built into and around the trees. So if you're ever thought of doing this kind of design, like that's, you know, one way to do it. You can do like the central design like that, or you can put them into like little nooks like that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. That's completely up to you and your imagination. Alright, where are we going? Back to CBC. Living dangerously, not saving. Let's get another trainer. Yeah, like the looks of that, dude. Let's get you right into the nook there. Like so, and then we'll make some adjustments. There we got all these ghost trees popping in and out. Let's see. There we go. I don't really want that branch to be into a living space. That looks pretty decent. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, do a little twerk in there. And then what else we got? Oh, geez, that's a huge one. That's gnarly. I like the look of that, dude, but we're not going to use that here. Or should we? No, let's create it. Oh, look at the roots on that guy. That's so cool. That is one of the ones that I actually used in my haunted house that I just did. Oh, that's so cool looking. But we can't use it, I don't think. This is going to take over our space here. I don't think I can find a way to incorporate it without it really mucking things up. I mean, that is a really cool looking tree. But yeah, if you haven't seen my haunted house video, what the heck's wrong with you? It's Halloween! Go check it out! It's fun! It actually has a really awesome, true ghost story. When I was a kid, probably about, I don't know, 13-ish years old, 12, 13 years old, I had a ghostly experience. And so I talk, excuse me, talk about it in the video. Alright, you're getting on my nerves, man. Get down with your bad self. Let's try doing that. Sorry, my throat's really dry. That's gonna put too many twiggies in our way. Alright, after all that. Yeah, there we go. That one ain't too bad. Let's see if we can get that there. Oh-ho! That looks like it could work. Alright, we'll take that guy. Do a little fine work in here just to make sure that it's where it needs to be. You might want to... that actually gives me an idea. I don't know if I can make that happen, but we're going to try. Thinking maybe I can span a bed between those two. If we're going to do that, maybe I turn this guy around, give us just a smidge more room. See what we can make happen. Alright, now's a good time to save. Plop. Alright, Save. New Save. Cool. And then, yeah, I really have no idea what I'm going to do down below. I don't want to fill this place in too much to make it too crowded. Obviously, we're going to build a little more over here. Oops, that's right, we're out of bounds. There's my bald-headed version of me running around. That is actually what I look like. That section we're probably going to leave almost empty. Oh, here comes the storm, see? We're going to have to do a clear weather and then come back in. But, well as the elevator, do I want to do stairs? I don't know. We'll think about that design. Come over here and let's finish building this guy here. Let's see, what do we want to build it out? You know what? I have an idea. In here. And yeah, the pier shack design. I kind of like that. My leg is killing me. I hurt my knee last week, like really, really bad. And just came back today from, excuse me, the orthopedic, and gave me a, give me a shot. I've been shot. And we're hoping that that's going to solve the problem. If not, then I might be facing knee surgery, which I'm not happy about. Look at me sounding all Canadian, eh? Alright, sorry for my Canuck listeners, don't mean to offend you, just having some fun. You know what, let's go with that guy. We're gonna have a heck of a problem here. Ooh. No, I don't want that one. We need a blank wall with its own twin peaks. Do we have that? We do! Woohoo! Whoa! We teleported there for a second. Alright. So anyway, yes, don't mean to offend anybody for my isms that I do. I'm just a dumb guy on YouTube. Alright, let's see. These walls like overlapping so much like that. That's so weird. We'll go with that for now. Is that even gonna work? Now that I'm looking at it, our peaks are very different here. Let's throw some roofuses on and see what happens. Oh, that might. Of course, yeah, it's gonna be a little wonky when you get towards the back there because of the indents that we have. Yeah. Well, let's, maybe we can do this. Overlap it so it's not as bad, but then, yeah, that doesn't match up. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright. We're in trouble. We are in big trouble. That's not going to work. Ooh, I like that design. It's neat looking. Let's do the same on both sides so it looks like something fell on it and kind of bonked it in there. Ooh, there we go. Let's see how that ends up looking. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. That's just too much fun. Yeah. I don't even know. Oh, I see. That would... Yeah, if we were going the other way. But we're not going that way. So we're gonna leave it exactly as is. And I don't think there are any half balls in here, is there? Got some corner pieces. Oh. That... What is that even? I see. Oh, there's shorter ones. Okay. Hang on. Can we get to that? There we go. Nice. Okay. That's prettier. Huh. There we go. So yeah, as I was saying, it hurt my knee. So, not very, very fun. So it's been killing me for the last little over a week now. And I just got the cortisone shot in my leg, and hopefully that fixes everything, because I really don't want another surgery. I've had like, I don't know, half a dozen surgeries in my life, and even one is enough. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. We're gonna have to do something with that guy there. That's gonna be a dilly the pickle to fill in. Let's put that guy there. Oh, even that's a little short. You know, let's... Yeah, biggest size. Super size me. Okay. Same for that guy. Perfecto. Alright. So we're going to have to use, I think, Hodgepodge. Because Hodgepodge has some funky little angled pieces that hopefully we can find the right something. We're going to go with, yeah, warehouse. We're going to make it out of metal. Sloped. Alright, we need a little tiny slope. Little itty bitty baby slope. Something like that. There we go. That might work. And we'll just shove a regular down piece in there. Yeah, there we go. Other side. If you're using something like this and you just don't want to, like, get it just low enough to hide your stuff. I mean, you got a little something like that sticking up. Who cares? As I've always said, I don't care, and neither should you. You know what? We're going to go back into here, and we're just going to use a couple of half balls off of this guy. And I did make that announcement, too, last week, that I released a t-shirt with that saying on it. Oh, that's not good. That's too tall. It says, I don't care, and neither should you. Link in the description to where it says Spoonerwear, I think. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Let's overlap those two bad boys. There we go. I knew I could figure it out. You doubted me. Nice. Cool. So, since I'm going to be out of work for quite a while I'm trying to heal up, maybe I'll try to squeeze in a good live stream. Cool. It looks terrible, but awesome at the same time, which is why I like it. Nice. We're going to have to move this piece in, though, because it's kind of sticking out there. So we're going to have to give this a few little love tappies. Over this way. Please. Nice. Much better. Of course, now we got to go this way. We got too far that away. Right about there. Excellent. Alright. We got ourselves a nice little shanty right here. Built into 2 trees that help hold it up. Plop. And maybe I'll change my design. Get rid of this and just make like a walkway going that way. I think that's going to look a little better. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. So we can keep the water. Maybe we'll put some sort of railings here. Keep it from falling in the poop water. Maybe. Might not be such a bad idea. What on earth do we want? Decorations, barriers. Barriers, what is that? Oh! If these snap to each other. Not that I want to use these, but if they do, that'd be nice. Ah, they don't snap. Do I have snapping turned off? No. Dang. Anyway. Alright, let's see. What do I want to use? I don't know. Let's check out all our different fences. Nothing in there. Where are my fences? Fences! Ooh, like that. Yeah, there we go. This direction's a little better. Nice. Oh, and they snap together, too. A shorter one? Too long, too long, too long. Nice, there we go. Shoot, like nothing. It's like just the perfect length. Alright, we'll just build our own. Nice! Something like that. That works. Let me see, can I grab these individually? Oh, I can't even get to them now. Oh, there we go. I say maybe we can just space these out, do a little to kind of create our nice illusion that we got some sort of fence there. All right. Let's move these rocks though. Let's put the rocks maybe right in here. Something? I don't know. Let's just put it there for now. Just to get it out of our way. Because we still got to make our little walkway going from here. So, actually, let's get some more floors for that. Back into here. Back into here. Oh, I can use a different color. Oh, I used completely different... That's okay. I don't know where that floor came from. Oh, I think that's like warehouse. But that's fine. So now we can walk up that way. Just stick that up and out of our way. Cool. Maybe we'll cover this whole thing with vines. That'd be kind of cool, because then it would like help disguise it. Where is that? That is in the Cool tab. What are you? There you are. Decorative garden. Now, if we never used this before, there are some really cool things like these guys in here, like all kinds of planted stuff. But there's also access to tons of vines, and so like when you see me do my haunted houses and whatnot, this is where I get like all my vines, and I'm not talking about this cheap garbage here. I'm talking about like the good stuff. And you do have like these guys as well. Yeah, all this stuff that really makes it look like, oof, everything's, you know, overgrown and terrible and all that kind of stuff. So we'll put this one maybe back here. That, you know, overlap it to make it look like it's climbing upwards. Ooh, that's a real good one too. Put that there. Give him a little friend over here. Get it just right so that it sticks to the spots where you need it the most. I want... What do I want? Let's see what else we got in here. It's too big. Whoa! Oh, there we go. There's some small ones. Kind of stick this right above the top. Just enough so that it doesn't interfere with the door. We don't want to get stuck trying to get in and out. We'll just layer a bunch of these, and reversing them is a good tip too, to kind of vary things up and make them look a little different. And of course, throwing different colors in obviously helps quite a bit. Alright, let's see. Now we need, yeah, doors like that. Just throw that on there. I'm not going to put anything directly in front of the door. We don't want to accidentally block it, because it block any access to it. So we're just throwing this kind of stuff in just to help create the illusion that it's not very well cared for, so perhaps raiders will see it and go, no thank you, and move along. That one works pretty decent. Now it's just going to look kind of like it's an abandoned outhouse, maybe. Something along those lines. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Looks spooky, too, with all the mist coming about. But you can still get in here, and you can still get in there. Got some vines coming in to tickle your hiney as you're trying to do your duty. Oh, man, I think I've told like 10 freaking poop jokes in this video. I apologize. Not really. Okay, there we go. We got a dirty, nasty outhouse, and we got some more buildings up there that are obviously going to need some beds. And as Mr. Anakin Palpatine has pointed out, you know, I have all these beds, and I still have no settlers, which just goes to show that all they like to do really is complain that there are no beds. I put beds in place, and there are no settlers. If I didn't put any beds in place, I'd have probably like 100 settlers. So, yeah, in the future, no more beds. Oh, did I? Oh, we gotta fix that. I never realized that was doing that. That's not good. Ah! All right, well, I'll have to do something about that, but not today. This video is over. I'm sorry. Once again, happy Halloween for those of you watching it today on Friday. Hope your chocolate is nice and tasty and razor blade free. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, don't get hewed.